Yeah, here we are. It's the first tea time from a Saturday. You can imagine how Tea Time and Tony Murr are feeling after a long day out on the golf course. And yet we still show up and do our job. Let me tell you what's going on here. If in case you haven't been here for weeks 1 or 2, here we are for week 3. This is Tea Time Tailgate. What Tea Time Tailgate is? It's usually from the hour of 11:30 to 12:30 Sunday mornings before the NFL football slate. But I got a friend in town. I call him Elbow because he's the type of guy that bend don't break. This type of guy, Corrado. We're golfing tomorrow morning, so I make the sacrifices for him and for you to still be here for Tea Time Tailgate. What Tea Time Tailgate is? It's a live broadcast and it's everything NFL related for you. We're going through every game. Hold on one freaking second here. Hold on one freaking second here because we need to let this rock. We need to let this rock. I need to make the proper updates there. Okay. Tea Time Tailgate is your ultimate source for NFL picks, fantasy football advice, survivor picks, anything you need to know regarding your NFL Sundays. We do it every Sunday morning, but we're having fun and we're doing it on a Saturday this time. It's a little bit off the cuff, off the sleeve. I roll up right from golf and we are automatically into the show. This could be wacky, this could be goofy, but this could be everything that we thought we ever needed right here, right now. Week 3 is here. And I want to give a sentiment to what week 3 should mean to you. What week 3 mean week what week what week 3 means to the average football viewer. What this means is this is where we really rev it up and start going. We Weeks 1 and 2, you're still getting your feet wet. You're really not sure what to do because we're just getting the swing of things. Now that we're into a little bit into football season, we know exactly how to spend our days. We know exactly what to do. So really, you put that thing into fifth gear. You put your foot all the way on the gas, and you go until you crash. So we're having a big week 3, a huge week 3, and it all starts right here with Tea Time Tailgate. Let me tell you what we're picking going into these week's games. So let's start off with the 1 o'clock slate as we always do. In case you missed this Monday night, Tony, Obie, and Nate took the Buccaneers and they won on Monday Night Football. They covered on Monday Night Football. Now we got the Buccaneers again, real quickly, back to back. They play back to back weeks, no bye weeks yet. Bye bye to the bye weeks. We'll see you in a couple weeks. It's not happening yet. The Buccaneers are at home. The Jets are getting 6.5 points. The over-under is 43.5. A lot of people are picking the Jets in this game because a lot of a lot of the Buccaneers players are out. A lot of their O linemen are out. Egbuka is questionable. I say it doesn't matter. You hear it's. I want you to go in 1 year with that shit, out the other. It's information that we don't care about, but we pretend to. Someone tells us, do you know like half of the Buccaneers O line is out? Don't care. Automatically out the brain. Don't care what you have to say. The Buccaneers, they cover this game. The Jets stink. So we're gonna do the Buccaneers minus 6.5, and we're also gonna do over 43.5. We're doing a lot of picks this one. We're doing a lot of picks for this game. Ooh, where are we going here? And we got Garrett Wilson to have over. G. Wilson, he's going to have over 50.5 receiving yards. See, this is a game that runs it up a little bit more than you typically thought. Tyrod Taylor is getting the nod in this game. I don't think Justin Fields is playing. And I think they want to get it to their number one receiver. For their number one receiver, it's not 50.5. It's 63.5. For their number one receiver not to have a total of 63.5 yards, it's embarrassing. They're going to want to throw the ball. They're going to want to move the ball downfield because there's nothing else going. They're not going to be able to get the run game going. We know that. So give me Garrett Wilson in that game too. So there's three different picks. Bucks minus 6.5. Over 43.5. Garrett Wilson 63.5 yards. Give me the over. It's over in a lot of that type of stuff. Okay. Let's move it on. Let's move it up. Let's move it right. Let's move it tight. Let's do that little thing we do. Bengals at the Minnesota Vikings. Both of their quarterbacks are out. They were out last week. Vikings minus 3 at home. 42.5 is the over-under. You've heard this name before. You're going to hear it again. He's the odds guy. He's the numbers guy. He's the analytical guy. His name's Mikey Poudre. And he gives me his pick of the week every week. His pick of the week for this week, for week 3, is the over in this game. I like Mike's pick. I'm not going to give you Mike's pick on Tea Time. Here's the pick that I give you. Carson Wentz, you're going to see, still has a little bit of juice left. You've seen the good coaches in the NFL be able to coach up subpar, washed up quarterbacks. It happened last week with Mac Jones and Shanahan. I think, what's his face? O'Connell. I think O'Connell in Minnesota is of the same variety. He is of the same variety store. You go to the variety store, you pick up a Kevin O'Connell, and he says, I can win with Carson Wentz. O'Connell goes to the variety store, goes to the convenience store, and says, what can I win with? He picks up a Carson Wentz. He says, let's have fun and get freaky today. That's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. So we get the Vikings. We're going to go Vikings minus 3. And we're going to go Carson Wentz to have 2 over. Carson Wentz over. I'm writing this down because I need to keep track. Carson Wentz over 1.5. Yikes, you should have just seen how I wrote that. 1.5 touchdown passes. He's going to throw 2 touchdown passes. One of them is going to be to Jefferson tomorrow. Get ready for that. Stay in tune for that. It's like Tune in Tokyo almost. Right when Austin Powers grabs and nips, Tune in Tokyo. That's what we're doing. We're tuning into that game, and we're tuning in to Carson Wentz. He is not to be forgotten about. He is a guy that can still play that football game that we like to watch. Okay. That is through 2 games of the 1 o'clock slate. Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's plus 4.5. This is an interdivision matchup. This is an AFC South matchup. The Titans are 0-2. The Colts are 2-0. Colts riding high. Everyone's saying, look out for the Colts. They're a well-coached team. And I think they could be. But 4.5 points at home, I don't feel comfortable giving that up. The over-under is 43.5. I like the over as well. But we're going to go Titans. Actually, we're going to give you 3 picks this game. We're going to go Titans plus 4.5. We're going to go over. We're going to go over 43.5. And then I wrote something down here. Oh, yeah, Calvin Ridley, the number 1 receiver for Tennessee. People have been clowning on him, and rightfully so. I'm clowning on him. I picked him on my fantasy team. He stinks. The Titans stink. But he is their number 1 receiver. For them to even have a semblance of a chance in this game, he has to have over 50.5 yards receiving. So we're going to go C. Ridley, and we're going to go over 50.5 receiving yards. Thank you. Here we are. We're feeling whacked out. We're feeling whacked out in all the right ways. I'm having fun. Saturday night, going to work. This is what we do for the people, and I hope the people feel like they deserve it, because I know you do. You're at the bar right now and you're thinking college football sucks. We've been drinking all day. Let's bring it in. Hey guys, bring it in here. I got some cheesesteaks coming to the place. They're gonna come here in 40 minutes. I got Tea Time, Tailgate on the TV right now. We're gonna get locked in for our Sunday slate, so we get to sleep in all the way till Monday, or till 1 o'clock on Sunday, and then your bets are already in. Follow the Tea Time Tailgate. Let's see here. Who do we have next in this next game? We have The Pittsburgh Steelers versus my New England Patriots at New England. New England is plus 1.5 points at home. I think people are low on the Steelers after that loss. I think people are high on the Patriots after that win. Despite despite beating the Dolphins are a horrible football team. They are bottom five in the NFL with a bottom five defense. Um, they gashed our defense up and down, slice and dash them. They dash it. They look in there and they say, "Nothing's in here. Go, go, go! Send the troops in." I had a pick earlier. I was with my friend Corrado earlier, and I told him Patriots, and I was just being a homer. This feels real gross, feels real ugly, feels unloyal, feels blasphemous, feels stabbed in the backy. I do it anyways because I just follow the money. My money doesn't know any allegiance. My money doesn't know friend or foe, family or friend or enemy. It just knows green and red. And we want to move green. We want to move green into the green. So to get green and green, it's the Steelers plus 1.5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The Steelers plus 1.5. And you know what we like in this game? We like a Stevenson touchdown. Stevenson looked good last week. We like him with a TD. Throw him in your parlay. Store the regular bets. Stevenson parlay. Then we got the LA Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Rematch of the NFC Championship game last year. Let's say we're 5 games into Sunday already. I love this slate. I'm a big fan of this slate early. The Rams at the Eagles, rematch of the NFC Championship. Rams plus 3.5. I'm a huge Rams fan. I like Stafford. I do not like the Eagles. The Eagles have looked boring, but they have dominated in every single one of their games. I feel like McVay, he's the type of coach who wants to prove a point at this point in the season. I think they want to show that was fluky. It was because of the snow last year in the NFC Championship game is why we lost. We're not that team that you saw. We're a better team. You're gonna have to heed our warning. Watch out for our power. We're gonna go Rams plus 3.5. I like the over in this game as well. It's over 44.5. Yeah, I like the over in this game. Even though they're both great defenses and not a lot of scoring has been had in either one of their games, their defense has been tight. I like the over in this game. Just do it, okay? And then we like A.J. Brown with a touchdown. A.J. Brown, TD. And we like Puka Nacua, TD. Nacua, TD. That's 4 bets in one game. You say, "Tony, you're doing too much. Please stop. You're pouring it on us." It's honey, baby, and you're a bear. I'm gonna lather you up. You're gonna freaking love it too. Okay? Let's get a roll. Let's get a roll in. If it's an even number, we have good bets tomorrow. If it's an odd number, we have bad bets tomorrow. 2 die. It's odd. It's 7. Even worse. If that's any sign, go against the grain. Go against the grain here. We're still in the 1 o'clock slate. We have another interdivision matchup. The Atlanta Falcons going against the Panthers, residing in that Carolina region. It ain't just North Carolina. It ain't just South Carolina. Both these Carolinas can root for the Panthers. They're getting 5.5 points at home. Interdivision matchup. I think people are low on the Panthers and high on the Falcons after their Sunday Night Football victory. Panthers have been known to keep it close in these games. I love the Panthers in this game. We're going to go Panthers. We're going to plus 5.5 on them. And there's going to be points in this game because Atlanta is going to dominate the game. They're going to win through and through, but Panthers are going to make you think that they were in the game with a late game surge. Other than that, nothing going to happen for them. We like the over, and it's 43.5. Let's see. I have bet on the past couple games. Every over under I've given, it's been over. take that what you will, but I'm gonna ride with this. I'm gonna ride with this. I feel good about my picks. You can see right here my record: 25-32. Not terrible, not good, but when you're picking every single game, it's hard to stay good and stay consistent and have multiple picks, but that's what you want to pay attention to, the 2-0 and the mortals. That's what's going to get you paid. That's what's going to get you across the finish line. Let's go next game. Another interdivision matchup. They're really giving us the interdivision matchups on a weekly basis, the NFL. The NFL, they go, no, foolish. Damn it. I thought I had something. No, the truth is I knew I didn't have anything, but I wanted to have something. I wanted to have something so bad. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Upright, on right, forward, not backwards, not side, north, north. Tony, let's take a moment, me and you. People think you're losing it. People think it's Saturday. You had a little too much fun out on the golf course. I say I've never been more focused. This is where I really show you what I'm made of and show you what I can do. All right, next game is Texans plus 1.5 at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Interdivision matchup, AFC South matchup, 43.5 over under. So going into that Monday night game where it was Texans versus the Bucks, DeMeco Ryans since 2000 had the best winning percentage after a loss. He was 11-3, now 11-4. I wonder if he has the same winning percentage. Well, he doesn't have the same winning percentage. You don't have to wonder that, but you have to wonder, does he still hold the record? I think they look bad. The Texans look bad. This is where my future bets get in the way because I bet on the Panthers to win this game. I mean, I win their division. So it's hard for me to pick against the Jag. Let's back up. Even though we like to be silly and fun, we like to come with the right information and have some semblance of cohesiveness and coherence. We're not talking about the Panthers. We're talking about Texans, Jaguars, AFC South. I bet on the Jaguars to win the AFC South. So it's hard for me to pick the Texans, and it's hard for me just to ride with the Jaguars just because I have them for the long-term bet. I hate to do this. It's going to be the over in this game. We're going to do another over, 43.5. And I had a bet for this game too, and it's Chuba Hubbard. Oh, nope, we had a Chuba Hubbard touchdown in the Panthers game. I forgot to include that. Chuba Hubbard. Don't forget to include that. He's minus 110 TD. And what are we also doing? Travis Hunter. He's getting his first touchdown. It might not feel right. It might not feel good, but it's plus 250. So you say, give me my money. Give me my money. I want it now. And you bet on Travis Hunter. And you say, you play offense, you play defense, but you're playing offense today, baby. Go and score me a touchdown. Squeeze. You give him a little squeeze on the hiney. That makes him feel a little weird going in there, but the perfect amount of weird to score a touchdown for you. Might not make sense, but it's doing it for right now. Okay. We are moving on in the 1 p.m. slate. 2 more games left in the 1 p.m. slate. Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns. I correctly guessed the spread when I was told it. Plus 7.5 for the Browns. Over under 41.5. Packers might be the best team in football. Browns might be the worst team in football. I would expect to see Dylan Gabriel in this game. It's going to get ugly. This is a really tough game to pick because it's like the Browns couldn't look worse. The Packers couldn't look any better. You think it's Packers. You think it's obvious Packers. To give 7.5 points at home. I like the Packers. I'm going with the Packers. Sometimes you have to go with what doesn't feel good. It's like you chose the easy road or the hard road. Like You wake up in the morning. It's so easy to lay in bed for another 5 minutes. It's so easy. I'm gonna get up at 8:30 today. It's instead of 7:30. It feels good. It feels good to take the easy road. But sometimes what feels harder and what is the obstacle in your way, you have to face that face first, accomplish it, and say, I did that because it was hard and because I'm a hard type of guy. So that's what you do with the Packers is you pretend you're hard, you pretend you're David Goggins, something Wallach, Jollick, the guy who wakes up at 4 in the morning and exercises, the ex-Marine. Um, you do the hard thing. You do the Packers. It doesn't feel good. And we're going to go with the golden touchdown. He's getting his first touchdown of his NFL career today. Golden TD or tomorrow. I think that's plus 250 on him. Why don't you? Wish your girlfriend was hot like me. Don't you wish your girlfriend was free? All right. All right, we have a lot of different bets. We have a lot of different bets, but I hope you're following along. I hope this is easy to follow along with. Raiders at Commanders. Raiders are +3. Over under 43.5. Mariota in at quarterback. Raiders look awful last week. Geno Pick, yeah, that's what we should call him. But it's Geno Smith. He threw 3 picks. Geno Smith, 3 picks. I think Mariota whenever he goes in there, he's got something to prove. He's willing to put his body on the line and say, "Fuck whatever happens to me in the future. I'm gonna win for my team right now. It's the Commanders, and I'm gonna command their respect. I'm gonna command the respect of the United States football fan allegiance. Let me give you a United States football fan of allegiance right here, reporting for duty. That's Marcus Mariota. He's going to get in the end zone, and he's going to cover this game. So we're going to go Commanders. We're going to go them -3, and then Mariota TD. You may not like it, but you watch. Sorry, a lot of people have been saying that. I just got to hop in on that because it's so much fun. That concludes the 1 p.m. slate. What I like to do going from 1 p.m. to the 4 p.m. slate for the NFL Sundays is I like to illustrate for you where you are in the day. So this is week 3. I know in weeks 1 and week 2, I gave out these orders, and I know this is how you were feeling as well. You wanted to eat your face off. You want to eat as much as you can. You've been looking forward to when this is going to happen. I want to have a different focus for tomorrow. What you should be aware of and taking note of is the weather is amazing right now, and these are the last few weeks we're gonna have of good weather. And all the leaves being off on the trees, they're falling off. They're falling off one by one. I'm counting them. I want tomorrow to be a really fun day for you. I want you to say, I don't have to be glued in to every score. I don't have to be glued in to the whole game of my team. I want to have a fun day. Go outside, get some fresh air. Be there for the end of the 4 o'clocks or the end of the 1 o'clocks going into the 4 o'clocks. Do it with a couple ciders, a couple hard ciders, a couple ciders that make you feel fun and funny and elastic and elusive and flexible and loose. Do those type of ciders for you. Maybe grab an apple cider donut too. So I want you to be there for the fun tomorrow, less about the sports, less about the picks, less about your fantasy team. I want you to be aware of your surroundings, aware of the environment. I want you to take it in. You can also enjoy football, but let's be aware of this world that we live in and enjoy it. That's a little bit of a meta statement coming from Tea Time, but it's worth being said. All right, this is a game that I like. This is a game that is starting off our 4 o'clock slate. This is the Denver Broncos against the Chargers from Los Angeles. Chargers are -3. This is another interdivision matchup. This is the AFC West, and this is where my future pick is getting in the way of my current pick. Just like I bet the Jags to be an underdog to win their division, I bet the Broncos to be an underdog to win their division, and the Chargers are first place in that division. And if they win this game, they have a firm grasp on that division. I would say that they were probably going to win it if they win this game. I think Sean Payton, being in the NFL for as long as he has, being a veteran, being knowledgeable, being venerable, he knows that he needs to win a type of game like this. This is an all-out type of game. This is a balls on the line, willing to break my arm, lose a testicle type of game. Yeah, it's going to get ugly. Yeah, some things are going to be said that you want to take back, but at the end of the day, your football team's going to get a win. We're going to go Broncos. We'll give me the +3 on them. The Broncos +3. And we're also going to go over rushing yards. Over rushing yards for Bo Nix. It's 20.5. That might be my favorite prop bet of the day. Because they need to win this game, they're going to go all out and do things that are uncomfortable. They're going to do things that you shouldn't do in a week 3 game, but this is how you win. This is the difference between winning and losing. Being a wiener, and being a winner. You know the difference. And I hope you do. Reality check. You've been playing for 29 minutes on FanDuel. Yeah, I'm doing a pick show, FanDuel. FanDuel, come here. I don't know if you're noticing right now, but this could be the opportunity of a lifetime. You and me and you. It's almost like it's meant to be. If you like what you're seeing, if you think T-Time's got the chops, I know T-Time's got the chops. Let's have a conversation. You and I could take this to the next level. You and I could go nuclear with this. Remember what I said about the nuclear bomb in the last episode? Add, keep adding things in a nuclear bomb. That's basically what I'm missing. I get the FanDuel and T-Time going. That's a nuclear bomb waiting to happen. Okay. We are moving on to Saints at Seattle Seahawks. This is a gross game. This is a game that I don't like to see with my eyeballs. It's a game that I look at it and I have no clue what's going on, and I know it's going to be gross. I know I'm going to want to not look at it, but I'm going to have to look at it. Seahawks -7.5 at home. I like the Saints, and I like the over. I don't know if it's just because of my mood right now. I have a very elevated mood. I'm excited. It's Saturday. I had a great day outside. My friend's visiting. Oh, I gotta sign back in to the FanDuel. I like the Saints +7.5, even though I haven't been covering, and Spencer Rattler has not won a game yet in the NFL. I still like them +7.5. I like the over 41.5. Throw that in there. And also +120. We got a Kamara TD. It's time he gets in the end zone. I don't think he has this season. It's time he gets in the end zone. We're going to pause. We're going to log back into the gambling site because that's where I'm getting my information from. It should make a lot of sense that I get my gambling information from that gambling site, but they also log me out after too much freedom, too much free time into their app. All right, we are going NFL. And we're still in the 4 o'clock slate, and it's Cowboys and Bears. Cowboys -1.5. Bears getting 1.5 at home. Over under 50.5. Both these teams stink at defense, and everything I've heard up to this game, people like the over. I mean, the over suggests that people like the over, but I want to zag when people are zigging because I don't think that's going to be. I don't think either of these teams are good. I don't think either of these teams got what it takes to score that many. I mean, they kind of do. See, this is a game I don't feel comfortable about. Another interesting thing is the Bears looked so bad last weekend. The Cowboys pulled the win out of their ass. I think this spread should be way more in favor of the Cowboys because the spread is stinky. It just stinks all over it. The Cowboys should be getting 3.5 points. I'm gonna bet on the Bears. So we're gonna do Bears, and we're gonna just do them to win plus a Bears money line, and that's a game where You hold your nose. It's a lot like that Packers game where it's like you do the thing that doesn't feel right and it'll feel right in the end. It doesn't feel right when you pick it. It doesn't feel right while you're doing it. But once you do it on the other side, I did the right thing. And it feels good doing it. It's almost like I'd liken it to eating eggs in the morning. A lot of times, especially if you eat a lot of eggs, they can get weird after a while. It's not something that you like to, I don't know, think much about and continue to dig into, but you know how many nutrients you're getting from eggs. You know how great of a morning you're having if you're having eggs in the morning. You do it, you endure the badness to enjoy the goodness. It's that double E badness to goodness, enduring and enjoying. Endure the bad, enjoy the good. Um, what do I like here? I want to give you a prop bet as I do with every game. What do I like? What do I like? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I wish I knew. I don't. Um, give me a Javonte Williams touchdown. I don't like it, but let's do it anyways. That's another one. I'm throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. All right, last 4 o'clock slate, last 4 o'clock game. Cardinals at 49ers, another interdivision matchup. The 49ers are getting disrespected, only getting 2.5 points at home. The Cardinals, they're 2-0. The 49ers, they're 2-0. This is another game where I bet the 49ers to win their division. So, yes, I am slighted towards the 49ers. I think the Cardinals have been outperforming expectations. They also beat the Saints and the Panthers. I think people are thinking Mac Jones is going to return and regress to the normal, regress to the mean. I think he found his swagger last game. I think they're going to pump him. Give me the 49ers. Give me the 49ers minus 2.5. I think that's a disrespect play. I think the 49ers, I think Mac Jones is going to get it done. Give me a. Who do we like? I like some like. Give me. I'm gonna look at the prop bets. Hold on. Touchdown scores. Go there. Almost like a Kendrick Bourne touchdown. You know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go first half. First half, 49ers. That's my prop bet. First half. First half, 49ers minus 1.5. We're just all on the 49ers that game, and you're going to have to deal with it. This is the last game of Sunday night. We're already here. This is a quick show. We're moving on quickly. Cardinals. Oh, no. We already did that, didn't we? Keep me in check. Keep me in check. I'll keep you in check. We're going to move on and move right and move up and move forward. Chiefs. Well, this is a horrible Sunday night game. This is a game that get you. So, like I like to say, the feeling and demeanor, and like to depict that between the 1 and 4 o'clock slate and how you're gonna enjoy your Sunday. Let me tell you how you're gonna really enjoy your Sunday, and this is gonna be important to take in this information going into Sunday. You get it this the day before. This Sunday night football game is horrible. It's god awful. You're not gonna want to watch any of it. This is why you enjoy the day during, and you have a couple drinks throughout the day. You're really enjoying it. You're going Sunday, especially me, no work Monday. Let's enjoy this to its fullest extent. You go to sleep a little bit early on Sunday. You don't even watch this game. Chiefs minus 5.5 at the Giants. This is another game I just don't like. Give me the over. Give me the over 44.5 in the Chiefs game. I don't like anything about it. But you know what I do like? I like this to come out of your ass and like you're like, oh, nice. It's a Kareem Hunt touchdown. It's a K Hunt TD. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna get in the end zone. He's gonna do it for you. All right. So there's a couple items that we need to add to this. There's gonna be a mortal lock. There's gonna be survivor pick, and there's gonna be fantasy stardom and sit 'em. And I'm a little bit more prepared. You're getting this on a Saturday, so we're figuring this out on the fly, and that's gonna be the fun of it. And then, so I'm gonna look through these games and give you this. Let me take some time. Let me take some time and really pick these things for you. I'm gonna go on a little bit of standby, and then we go.
Introducing iPhone 17 Pro. To redefine Pro, we had to start again with solid aluminium that's extruded, heated, forged, precision machined in finer and finer passes, then anodized for color and durability to create our first aluminium unibody. A light, thermally efficient and rigid enclosure for the biggest battery with the longest battery life in any iPhone. The full-width camera plateau elegantly integrates the antenna and encases a groundbreaking new Pro camera system. Built for Apple Intelligence, this is the most powerful chip ever made for any iPhone. But power generates heat, so we designed a new cooling system. It cycles deionized water between liquid and gas within a vapor chamber laser welded to the chassis that rapidly dissipates heat throughout the unibody. Ceramic shield now protects the back as well as the front. And the display is now 3 times more scratch resistant. iPhone 17 Pro is the most cinematic camera we've ever made. The advanced camera system records ProRes RAW. A 56% larger telephoto sensor captures sharper imagery in all light conditions. With an 8x optical quality zoom to get even closer to the action. And our brightest display plays it all back in ProMotion up to 120 Hz. For stills, all 3 lenses are now 48 megapixels. And the new telephoto provides classic framing for portraiture and action photography. iPhone 17 Pro lets you create setups that would be impossible with conventional cameras. And this is the first phone to offer Genlock, precisely synchronizing multiple cameras and creating Hollywood-level effects. The 18-megapixel front camera records you and everyone around you, while Center Stage expands to include the whole team. Our fastest chip, our longest battery life, and our most cinematic camera. The Ultimate Pro.
Da 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 da. All right, let's get to the fun part of the show. We did our best bets of the week. Let's get into some mortal locks. If you pay attention to Tony Murr and Tea Time and the Tea Time Tailgate, I am 2-0 in my mortal locks. It was the 49ers in the first week against the Seahawks. It was the 49ers last week against the Saints. I'm going in a different direction for this one. Let me get serious because this is deserving my utmost respect and focus. There is a new receiver from the New England Patriots. This guy is unlike anyone we've had in New England in a while. He's got swagger. He's got that X factor. He's got enthusiasm. He puts asses in the seats. You know, a lot of ass in those seats, that is. And that specific seat is his current girlfriend. One of the best female rappers of all time. That female rapper has sold out concert venues, has gone #1 in her catalogs, in her albums. That rapper is Cardi, not A, not C, but B. We got Cardi B. And that new receiver is Stephon Diggs. You might have seen something happen on a boat this summer. That's just what #1 receivers do. They do cool stuff on boats with a lot of good-looking girls around them. So I high five and I applaud him for that. And then he messes around and gets the most successful rapper of this current generation. And I say that because I don't want to disrespect Nicki. Nicki deserves the utmost respect. She is the most, in my mind, the best female rapper of all time. But that bred and led to this new generation, which is Cardi B. They announced that they are pregnant with a child this week. Cardi B released a new album on this Friday. And if you don't think this guy is going to show out, and to show that he is the alpha male he is on Sunday, you are sorely mistaken. Give me Stephon Diggs for a touchdown as my mortal lock for this Sunday. That's going to happen. He has to show why he is the guy that impregnated Cardi B. Not just anyone can do that there. So you have to be of a certain stature, and Stephon Diggs is that guy. So we're going Stephon Diggs touchdown for the mortal lock. My fantasy stardom, Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving, he's going to have a great game. They don't have an offensive line in Tampa Bay. They have a lot of backups in there. They're not going to have a lot of time to throw. The defensive line for New York Jets is very, very good. They're going to do a lot of dump downs to Bucky Irving. Expect him to have over 150 yards, both rushing and receiving combined. A.J. Brown, this is a guy that he's a first-round pick, and a lot of people put a lot of faith into him, and he hasn't showed up at all. I think probably a collective less than 5 fantasy points through 2 weeks. This is a game that's going to go over. This is a game that's going to score points, them against the Rams, and I think he's going to get in the end zone this week, so watch out for him. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is a guy I saw. So this is the sights and sounds that you have to pay attention to leading into the week, going into a football Sunday. Cooper Kupp every Tuesday, that is his rest, relaxation, and family day. The fact that he can get connected with not only his body, but what's most important in his family. That's going to be really important come Sunday. And he is starting to find a rhythm with Sam Darnold. This is where he really starts to excel. Watch Cooper Kupp for over 15 fantasy points on Sunday tomorrow. My fantasy sit 'em only have two of them. Mike Evans. I don't think Baker's going to have much time to throw tomorrow. They have a lot of backups in the game. So I don't expect much out of Mike Evans. He's going to be guarded by Sauce Gardner, one of the best corners in the league. And they're just not going to have time to throw the type of routes that Mike Evans likes to run. They're long developing routes, ones that go downfield. And if you don't have time, you can't throw those. So expect Mike Evans to have less than 10 fantasy points tomorrow. Omarion Hampton, you, like me, amongst many others, picked this guy in fantasy, and he has been an absolute dud. And you're kicking yourself in the ass for even considering him to be good. This is something that through tea time, I notice things because I pay attention to the full game, unlike many other times where I'm maybe looking at my phone, hanging with friends or family. I'm not fully invested. When I'm doing tea time for a game, I notice things. And what I noticed for him on that first game of his NFL career was preseason. It was the first game of the NFL season. It was the Hall of Fame game. He's not an explosive back. He can get some hard-nosed yards for you if it's 3rd and 3 or less and you need a quick couple of yards. He'll do that for you, but that doesn't result in fantasy points. And this is a time where like you just double down on him being shitty. You go, that was a horrible pick. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm trying to get rid of him. No one will take him. Omarion Hampton, if you can put him on the bench, he deserves to be there. And then we're going to go with our survivor. We're still surviving after 2 weeks. We picked the Broncos week 1 against the Texans. Last week we picked the Ravens. I'm actually switching my team now. Yeah, yeah. Last week we picked the Ravens against the Browns. This week we're picking the team against the Browns. This is probably the best team in the NFL. They've looked like it up to this point. The Green Bay Packers going to Cleveland. They're going to get a dub. Put them in your survivor. That's for my mortal lock. That's for my survivor. So that is a tea time kit tailgate. We got it done in 50 minutes, a little bit less than. This was a little bit of a haphazard show. I got a friend visiting, so I usually do it on Sundays from 11:30 to 12:30, but I still wanted to show up. This is football season. It's about sacrificing. It's about doing things that you typically wouldn't. And tea time on a Saturday, I don't think that's ever happened before. So I'm glad to show up for you guys. Follow my picks. Follow my Mortal Locks. 2-0 in the Mortal Locks. We got Steph Diggs for a touchdown this week after they had the big announcement of the Steph Diggs Cardi B power couple, children, offspring coming soon. As always, we're going to break it down in the one way that we know how to. Absolute.